Okay. So today we will start about the conditions for finding the zero force of a cross. Under what condition the value of the force of a member of a cross is zero? There are mainly two conditions. Number one is your in any joint if there are two members another is no load acting on the joint, no load is acting on the joint. Okay, and these two members are not collinear. These two members are not collinear. So under this condition, the force in the member of a cross will be zero. So let us take an example. Suppose this is a cross. This one is a cross, and in this cross load is applied here 10 Newton, and it is required to find the value of the force in this member. So what is the value of S1? What is the value of S2? What is the value of the force in AB and what is the value of the force in BC? So go to this statement. In any joint of a cross, suppose go to this joint B. How many members? There are two members. This condition is satisfied. Another, no load is acting on the joint. Is there any load? No. There is zero load. That means here the second condition is also satisfied. And these two members are not collinear. This member and this member are not on the same line. Collinear means they are not acting on the same line. That means this condition is also satisfied. So definitely S1 will be 0 and S2 will be 0. So this is the first condition for the force in the member of a cross is 0. Okay, come to the second condition. What is that? In any joint of a cross, if there are three members, here three members. In any joint, if there are three members, three members. Number two, no load is acting on that joint. No load is acting on that joint. Number three, out of these three members, two are collinear, but third one is a tangential. Out of these three members, two are collinear, and third one is at an angle. Then the force in the third member will be 0. Then force in third member will be 0. So this is the second condition for the force in the member of a cross is 0. So let us take an example for this condition. So in any joint, if there are three members, suppose this one is a cross, this one is a cross, like this. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and load is acting here, suppose 100 Newton. And now in your question, it is asked to find the force in the member BG on this member. BG, this one, S1. Similarly, another question is also asked, what is the force in the member CL on this member? What is the value of S1 and what is the value of S2? Go towards this question. In any joint, if there are three members, members. Go to the joint this one. How many members are there? Number 1, number 2, number 3. So 3 members means this condition is satisfied. Another, no load is acting on that joint, at joint G. Is there any load? No. Load is acting at the joint B, but not at the joint G. Therefore, this condition is also satisfied. Come to the third condition. That is, 3 members are out of these 3 members, 2 are collinear. So out of these 3 members, these 2 are collinear, means they are on the same line. But third one is at an angle. This is at an angle. So the force in the third member will be 0. That means S1 will be equal to 0. Basing on the same principle, you can find the value of S2 also. Go to the joint C. In this joint, how many forces are there? You can tell. Number 1, one horizontal. Number 2, another horizontal. Number 3, this one. So here 3 forces are there. So this condition is also satisfied. Another, no load is acting on the joint. Is there any load on the joint C? No. Load is acting on the joint B, but not here. So here also the value of the force will be 0 because no load is acting here. There are 3 members. Out of these 3 members, 2 are collinear and third one is at an angle. So therefore here value is 0. Okay. So these are the main 2 conditions to find the force in the member of a toss 0.